On August 20th, the PFL semi-final plays host to the long-anticipated featherweight clash between America's Chris Wade and Britain's Brendan Loughnane. Ahead of their fight at the Copper Box Arena, we have them here, face to face. Well, guys, welcome. Chris, welcome to England. Brendan,
good to see you again, my
welcome
friend.
to London,
Yes.
I guess. Before we start, I think it's best to go back to the beginning. Chris, I'll start with you. Tell us a little bit about you growing up, what it was like, where you're from, and how you got into the sport.
Growing up at home on Long Island, it's very much like here, like a lot of people, a lot of competition, everyone kind of trying to climb over everybody else to be successful. So whether you're playing sports or just trying to, get a tuition to college, something like that, you have to excel. You can't just kind of float through life. So the sports back at home at a young age, especially wrestling, really got me into a competitive mindset that would allow me to one day like transition into MMA, and that's really where I was able to make this jump.
And Brendan, yourself, how did you get into the sport, and what was your sort of upbringing like?
So, as you know, you're English. We all box over here. You either box or you play football. They're your two things. So obviously I was playing football, then I boxed. And then I found MMA in the infancy when it first started. And yeah, kind of made my road to where we are now.
And we got a big fight on Saturday. Chris, I'll start with you. What's it like to be sat, probably the closest you've ever been to Brendan, so close to a fight as well? Sort of how are you feeling at this moment in time?
No, this is nothing. We're on top of each other all the time. Whether we're in the hotel, we go into the same training rooms, traveling together. We've basically spent a year, 2 years on top of each other. So you get used to the same faces, the same people. This is just another day.
And Brendan, for you, I mean, you've been in the same vicinity as him. You both fought in Atlanta on the same card, same hotel, but the fight wasn't booked at that point. Now it's here, and Chris is here. How are you feeling?
I'm a professional, man. I've had a lot of fights. Nothing phases me at this stage, it really doesn't. Nothing. I don't feel anything towards this man.
When was the first time you heard the name Brendan Loughnane?
I don't know. I think maybe at the start of last season when we got going. I knew that there was that they had signed somebody, but my brother actually is more of like what you would call I don't know, like a sports buff. Right. He'll give me information or say oh, did you hear they signed this guy or that guy in any organization.
And Brendan, for you, when did you first become sort of aware of the name Chris Wade, and when was he sort of on your radar?
I mean, everyone's on my radar. There's 9 other guys in my weight class. Every single one of them's on my radar. Every year it changes. They get another guy, fresh guys, but I want to beat every single one of them, obviously. I want to pay my bills. I want to feed my family. I want to be a world champion, so all 9 of them guys are on my list.
Well, it's clear, obviously, for the both of you, it's a case of you need to beat one another to get to where you want. But as this fight has grown closer, and as it's become more of a reality, it's become apparent that you guys don't like each other, and there is a real hatred there, bitterness there. In your opinion, your perspective, where does this ill will towards Brendan or the two of you stem from?
For me, it stems from last year being in the finals. I've been in his spot where I'm the alternate. I was up at 55. I fought my whole career at 55 for the most part. And twice I was the alternate. And once the first season of PFL, I thought that I should have been the champ at 55. I really put it on the dude, and I lost a split. So I go on Twitter, And he's sitting in the crowd going on and on about how he was the real final and how he doesn't like the way that I carried myself at the end of the fight, and that he was going to teach me a lesson about respect in the sport of MMA.
The Chris Wade has had a weird energy from day one. He's always looked at me weird and been weird. Like, I get on with everyone. Ryoji Kudo, Bubba, Tyler. I know all the coaches. We're all cool. We're all friendly around here. He's just the odd guy out. That might be him. Whatever. Then after the fight with Movlead, after he beat him up for 5 rounds, Movlead then went, and he just went and like this. And where I'm from, you don't do that. That's naughty. Wouldn't shake his hand, and it's the ultimate disrespect. I like Movlead. Movlead's a good guy, and I was like, that's a piece of move, and it is. I'll back it.
Now, in the conference call, it's interesting, you accuse Chris of being jealous and bitter. What did you mean by that?
Oh, 100%. He hates the amount of media attention I get. He hates the amount of people that watch my fights. He hates all this. He hates it. He just wants
your fights, bro.
Bro, a lot more people watch your fight. A lot more people watch mine than watch yours.
Like I said, I saw the live looking at the bar. It was your coach over there and 3 other people standing at that bar.
That just shows, bro. You're watching numbers. You're out watching numbers. Like,
I was in the locker room. What numbers?
I seen an interview the other day. He's going, I don't know if it's because of his Instagram followers. I don't know if it's... Bro, you stop trying to work it out.
I'm trying to figure out how you make the money that you make, because you haven't done it.
And I do make it, though,
But you haven't done anything.
But I do make it, though,
You lost a UFC fight.
Do you?
And then you came over here like it was the second coming of Conor McGregor, and you've done nothing. You've lost 1 semifinal. What have you done? I was at 55 twice, made the semifinals, a weight class above us, okay? I was a winning fighter in the UFC. I was in the finals my first year at 145, and you're running your mouth like...
Imagine doing all that and nobody cares about you. Imagine that, bro. Nobody gives a about you.
Dude, you have like twice the Instagram following. You think people care about you?
Nobody cares about you.
Okay.
I'm sorry, bro.
Right. And that
I know it hurts.
And that's what you had to say before, right?
And
that they wouldn't call, the phone wouldn't ring, right? Right?
What?
You're like, oh yeah, you know, you're a nobody. Just take what you get. They'll replace you. The phone's not going to ring.
You were sat there saying...
The phone rang, bro.
You were sat there saying, I am not flying to the UK unless my phone... You know it didn't, bro.
Yes, it did.
No, it didn't.
You want to bet?
There is a point you make about Brendan's popularity. Is there any part of that that does bother you, that you feel you've been further in your MMA career, but Brendan seems to be getting potentially more fanfare?
It's not the fanfare. I actually like that I'm here. I really believe that this culture of people, their energy, they vibe with fighting, and I like that. I don't like going home in some places in America, and like he said earlier, and somebody's like, oh, you do that? And they look at you sideways, like you do something that's like a crime. And so I like to be with people who appreciate and respect fighting.
Brendan, I mean, Chris is well accomplished. He's been in the final. He came up short. As a fighter, do you respect him?
Oh yeah, as a fighter, as a martial artist, of course. Well, as a person, I just think he's a dick. And that's just like, I'm not going to sit and dress it up. I actually think he's a dick. Like, he's got real off energy. But as a fighter, of course.
And Chris, do you, as a fighter, as a martial artist, do you respect Brendan?
Yeah, absolutely. I respect anybody that's doing it at the highest level, the way that we do it, and doing it consistently.
Now, after most of your fights, we're used to you having a selfie with your opponent afterwards. Are you going to get a selfie with Chris afterwards?
Absolutely not.
And why is that?
I just don't like him. I just don't like the that he talks, yeah? I don't like how he has different energy. He talks all this about the street and I will do this and I'll do that, and then post videos of me, and I see him, he just looks at the floor. I'm like, if I don't like you, I do not like you, bro. Right? I will tell you, I won't act like your friend, I won't put my hand out, but I don't like you. But you have opposite energy, like the camera will come out, you'll see. straight off the camera, you're a different person. It's an act.
I'm a professional.
So am I.
We're gonna fight for money.
Exactly.
Right? So I should
No, I
fight
agree.
with you in the lobby.
No, but why?
every time we
You
get on
brought
a
the
bus?
street up. You started talking about when I see you in the
Because
street.
it's true. You said that, oh, be thankful for what you're getting. You're scared of me. I saw it in the weigh.
So you brought
in
the street up?
Texas, No, in Texas, in the weigh-in room, you're butt-ass naked. You turn around all furious trying to fight, like we're going to have a fight at weigh-ins, weigh 146 pounds, right? Then you tell me that I was scared of you because I didn't fist fight you in my underwear after I fought with Bubba, right? When I was fighting Lance Palmer the next day. And I was still 0.2 over. You were 0.2 over. Bubba was 0.2 over. We were all
There we
over.
go,
We're
then, bro.
trying to spit into cups to make weight, and we're fighting with each other. And you're telling me that I'm scared because I didn't throw down in the and get fired, basically. And I said, that is not the case. I will fight you anywhere, and that's the truth. And it's not out of disrespect, it's not out of anything. If anybody, anywhere, you're the same type of person. If they cross you, does it matter where you are? If they talk to you like that, does it matter where you are?
If it's, but I was there and I did speak to you like that. And what did you do?
But that's
did-
a professional setting
You
where you're
turn
going to
around
lose your job
and then
for doing what
you
you
come online
do.
saying I am going to do this and that, but then I see you. And
I
you
am
don't
going to do it to you.
I'm right
I
here,
am.
bro.
I am.
I'm right in front of you right
Yeah,
now.
Yeah.
Let's just get back to the
I
fight
am. Trust me.
for 1 second, because as we've established, you're both professionals and you are going to leave it on to Saturday night. But it's clear there is animosity between the two of you. Does this threaten to affect the way either of you fight? Can emotions get the better of you when it comes to the first bell? Brendan, I'll go to you.
Nah, man, I'm stone cold, bro. This guy has brought the best training camp out in me. Honest to God, I didn't even know I could go to the places that I went to in this training camp. He has brought the best out in me. You know, I've been trained my ass off like more than ever. And like, it's proper motivated me to a whole nother level. So thank you for that.
This is like a me versus me situation where I've been knocking at the door for years. I was knocking at the door at 55, and I was in the finals last year, and now it's time to take that extra step and to take that belt and to win the world title.
Mm-hmm. Brendan, you just said there how Chris has pushed you to the limit. Mm-hmm. Is he in your head for the good or for the bad?
No, absolutely not. What I meant by that was, at the start when we've had all this, it's like, okay, it's Wade next. I'm like, right, okay. And it just really lit a fire under my ass. Because all these other guys, let's take for another example, Ryoji Kudo first fight. Nobody knows Ryoji. Amazing fighter. Came over, tough fight. Chris Wade, I know all about Chris Wade.
Well, first of all, he said that nobody knows who I am, but then he said that everybody knows who I am. So that's why this is a big fight.
These don't.
Right.
I'm just introducing you to these today.
Right. Okay. Well, no, he's not in my head. But the energy for me, everybody's different. But for me, when there's a little extra, when somebody starts to talk, I like that. I'm able to channel it.
He's rattled. He's 100% rattled.
Rattled?
Look at him.
Rattled?
Rattled, yeah. That's what you are.
I can't even understand you half the time.
Yeah, cool.
He talks and talks. And
Rattled, just Google it, bro. When you leave it, Google it, rattled, and you see a picture.
How do you spell that?
RATTLED.
Does this get settled between the two of you after this fight? Or does it potentially extend on longer?
Listen, we're getting locked in a cage on Saturday night, mate. Everything, the truth will be told, and that's it.
Chris?
Yeah, I feel the same way. Like, once you get in there and you hash it out that way, tends to take care of itself. So I'm just looking forward to the fight. I'm looking forward to doing what I need to do to get to the finals and to that belt.
Just support. Face off.
You know what you're
Fist
getting
forward.
with me. You know what you're going to get with me.
You got cheerleaders here, huh? Brought the cheerleaders? How the did you get in? Get out of here, guy, before you get smoked. Why are you here running your mouth? Why? Unprofessional. Piece of I should have brought my guy. And pummel you. Scumbag. Scumbag. Who the You, nobody, nobody.